Hello and welcome to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Austria against England in the Women's World Cup qualifying for the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. My name is Nicholas Jones and I will be your alternative commentator for what could well be a crucial match for England. They only need a point to qualify for the Women's World Cup, and they have been on a high over the past few weeks after winning the Women's Euros at the back end of July. We're going to go through the rest of the. We're going to go through how the teams will fare shortly. But so we'll now go through the lineup, starting with Austria, as the game is taking place at the Stadion Wiener Neustadt, which is about 30 minutes from Vienna by rail. In goal is number 1, Manuela Zinsberger. Number 7, the captain, Karina Wenninger. Number 8, Barbara Dunst. Number 9, Sarah Zadrazil. Number 10, Laura Feiersinger. Number 15, Nicole Bila. Number 11, Marina Georgieva. Number 12, Laura Weinreuter. Number 18, Julia Hickelsberger-Fuller. And number 19, Verena Hanshaw. For England, in goal is number 1, Mary Earps. Number 2, Lucy Bronze. Number 3, Alex Greenwood. Number 4, Kira Walsh. Number 5, Millie Bright. Number 6, Leah Williamson, the captain. Number 7, Beth Mead. Number 8, Georgia Stanway. Number 9, Alessia Russo. And number 10, Ella Toon. And number 11, Lauren Hemp. The substitutes bench for Austria are the reserve goalkeepers. Number 21, Isabella Creche. And number 23, Mariela El Sharif. Number 2, Katja Weinreuter. Number 3, Jennifer Klein. Number 4, Selina Dagan. Number 5, Annabelle Shashing. Number 6, Katharina Scheitel. Number 13, Virginia Kirchberger. Number 14, Maria Hobinje. Number 16, Jasmine Ada. Number 20, Katharina Naschenweng. And number 22, Lisa Kolb. For England, the substitutes are as follows. Ellie Roebuck, number 13, and number 21, Sandy McIver are the substitute goalkeepers. Number 12, Rachel Daly. Number 14, Katie Zeelam. Number 15, Lottie Wubben-Moy. Number 16, Jess Carter. Number 17, Nikita Paris. Number 18, Jordan Nobbs. Number 19, Beth England. Number 20, Demi Stokes. Number 22, Lauren James. And number 23, Ebony Salmon. Massive changes to England have been made. Ellen White and Jill Scott have both retired after winning the Women's Euros. And Chloe Kelly and Fran Kirby are out with injuries. Hannah Hampton has been dropped for the aforementioned Sandy McIver. As for Austria, Victoria Schnaderbeck and Lisa Markash have retired, and Stephanie Ansinger and Jasmine Powell have been dropped from the side. And Austria are at least guaranteed a playoff place. And their last couple of matches against England have ended in 1-0 defeats, but they have kept out more goal-scoring opportunities. So expect them to be a bother for England. And my players for Austria to look out for are Bila, Dunst, and Puntigam. And also I shouldn't discount the captain Wenninger, who is taking the place of the retired Victoria Schnaderbeck. And the Stadion Wiener Neustadt looks kind of underwhelming when compared to some of the other grounds that that England women has played at. About the size of it's, I believe the stadium capacity is only about 3,700. So roughly, so that's sort of roughly National League 2 size. But everyone's here. Quite a number of England fans have made it into the stadium. Though expect the support to be all for Austria. Currently second in the group, they are guaranteed at least a playoff place. Though whether they'll make the playoff first round or the second round remains to be seen. That will be sorted out. That is likely to be sorted out on Tuesday. And the players, as I speak, are leaving the tunnel, with England going off in one direction, Austria going off in another. Austria wearing their home strip of red. England will, I'm sure, be wearing all white. And before we go any further, just want to quickly mention our match officials. Our referee, Ilyana Dimitrescu, is our referee. The players are actually gathering around the centre of the pitch for the national anthems. So I'll mention the other officials shortly after the national anthems, and we will start with the national anthem of England. Momentarily, just waiting for the national anthems to commence. The Austrian players psyching themselves up, and everyone looking just about straight ahead. Last minute chats between England and Sarah Zadrazil receiving a bouquet of flowers, as it was recently her 100th appearance for Austria, and in the process she has scored 13 goals, so not bad for Zadrazil. A couple of other players getting the presentation of flowers as well. I think one of them was Puntigan. So a standing ovation from those players, I should say, by the fans, and we get ready to pause for the national anthems, and we will start with the national anthem of England. Both national anthems sung by the players and management, and the players are now going through shaking hands, as is customary in each matches. So before the national anthems, I was about to mention the other match officials. The assistant referees are Petruta Iugulescu and Mihaela Tepusa, and our fourth official is Anna Marie Alexandra Tertelak, and all officials represent Romania. Apologies if I got any of those names wrong. So we're just now minutes away from kickoff, and as I mentioned at the start, and as I mentioned at the top of the program, it is England only need a point to qualify for the Women's World Cup. They don't need to win. They don't need to win. They only need a point, although a win would be nice for them. And coincidentally, it is around about the 1 year anniversary mark since Serena Wiegmann took charge of the Lionesses. They have won 20 games under her, scoring 106 goals. A pretty amazing record now that you think about it. And we're now and we'll soon find out which formations Austria and England will be playing in. What's also great news for Alessia Russo to be given her first competitive start for England. She's normally appeared from the substitutes bench and has delivered the goods from there. Can she do so from a starting position? And also back in the starting position, Alex Greenwood, Leah Williamson just receiving a high five from Millie Bright, and the Austrian players going through the good luck phase with the hugs and the high fives as each of the players prepare to take their respective positions. And it will be England to kick us off. The referee Demetrescu makes sure that everyone is okay. To make sure that everything is okay, and in positions. Ella Toon just warming herself up with her arms, and the players taking the knee, which has now been reduced to international competitions, and we prepare to kick off. And Ella Toon composes herself, as do one or two of the other players, and away we go then for the Women's World Cup qualifying match between England and Austria. And England are straight into it, and the ball is with Alex Greenwood. She passes straight to Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh passing up the field to Millie Bright in defence. Bright momentarily pursued by Hickelsberger Fuller. Back now towards Greenwood, and it's now straight to Beth Mead. But Austria were quick to deal with that one. Ella Toon trying to get the ball back, headed away towards Beth Mead, and Mead gets straight into an entanglement with Hickelsberger Fuller. So an early foul. On Beth Mead, and we barely even passed 40 seconds. We're now up to almost a minute, and it's Alex Greenwood for England. She's trying to pass the ball up forward to Ella Toon, succeeds in doing so. Just outside the 18-yard box. She passes to Beth Mead. Mead now passing to Alex Greenwood and straight towards Ella Toon, but easily dealt with by Austria, and it'll be a throw-in to the home side, and which was quickly taken, but England were quick to nick that one, and it was Leah Williamson who had the ball. She passed to Bright. Now it's back with Williamson. Now Bright again. Bright passing up the field towards Bronze. Now up the wing, I should say, towards Bronze. Now back towards Williamson. Williamson crossing forward to Ella Toon, but Austria are quick to deal with that one. And straight away, Austria almost on the attack, but that shot from Dunst was just too wide. Dunst should have taken the opportunity. Dunst should have aimed a bit closer, in my view, and that would have been the opening goal for England. As Earps quickly passes to Bright now. Bright has found Leah Williamson. She passes to Alex Greenwood. Greenwood this time towards Mead. Mead trying to hold off the defence, trying to hold off an attack by Weinreuter and failed to do so. And it's went to England for a throw, and that was quickly taken. And it's Kira Walsh passing it to Mary Ertz and now Millie Bright. We're also on the commentary hub to JB Sport, Storm FM, and you can also hear us on our Twitch channel as Austria have been given a throw-in. And the ball has now been gone to, I think that was Verena Hanshaw. But the ball has been thrown out by Austria, and it's Leah Williamson now for England. Straight now to Alessia Russo. Now Mead couldn't hold off the advances of Weinreuter for long, and Weinreuter takes up the ball. Weinreuter takes up the ball for a throw-in. Takes a few steps back. She takes a few steps back, gets ready to aim, and throws to. I think that was Nicole Beeler, but England were quick to halt that, and it's Greenwood who takes the throw to Williamson. Williamson passing up the wing towards Millie Bright. What can she do? She can only pass back down to Williamson and Alex Greenwood. Greenwood has found Ella Toon. Toon passing to Beth Mead. Mead has to concede the ball back to Greenwood. Greenwood now doing a long cross up the wing, I should say, to Bright, and the ball has now been caught by Russo. Russo was just outside the 18-yard box, couldn't get through, and she's now found Lucy Bronze. Bronze, Kira Walsh, and Russo. Russo has to pass the ball back to Bright, and Bright now finds Leah Williamson. Williamson trying to cross to Ella Toon, but Austria were quick to deal with that one. It's Zadrazil to Vaninga, and it was only passed back to the goalkeeper Zinsberger. Zadrazil towards I think that was Zinsberger. Yes, indeed it was Zinsberger. Zinsberger passes the ball out to I think that was Beeler. I couldn't quite tell, and it'll be Hanshaw to take the throw in. Serena Wiegmann watching the game intently as she always does. Greenwood to Bright. Right now with the ball for England. She's only managed to find Kira Walsh, but Austria doing really well to hold off the attack by England, and we're just over 5.5 minutes in. It's still Austria 0, England 0, as the Lionesses get ready to take a throw in, and it will be Bronze to throw, which she does. She finds Alessia Russo, who passes to Kira Walsh. Was that Beth Mead? I think it might well have been Beth Mead, and it's now with Greenwood. Greenwood now finds Beth Mead. Mead towards Ella Toon. Now back to Mead. Mead couldn't get through. She's passed to Alex Greenwood. Crosses the ball into the 18-yard box and straight in by Alessia Russo, and England take the lead. England have opened their account against Austria. It took a bit long. It took over half an hour to get through in the Euros, but in this instance, it took about 6 minutes. A nice Nice touch of the foot by Russo, and England are 1-0 up. I think that was a great, and I think Beth Mead's assisted header came into it. I think Beth Mead's assisted header came into it as well, and Alessia Russo. What more? And Alessia Russo. What more can you say about her? And that is her 9th goal in an England shirt. And now that England have scored their first, and now that England have scored the first goal, are we going to see the sort of irresistible form that we know them for? It's Kira Walsh now with the ball for England. She's passed to Lucy Bronze. Bronze towards Millie Bright, and it's now with Leah Williamson. Williamson crossing forward to Mead, but she has to concede back to Greenwood, and it's now with Walsh. Millie Bright now with the ball, although Laura Fire-Singer was looking hungry for it as well. Bright does well to cross the ball forwards. And it's straight to Lauren Hemp this time. Lauren Hemp with the ball for England. Are England looking for a second? And Alessia Russo tries to do a diving header, but the ball was saved by Manuela Zinsberger. It was a header. I think it was the opening header by Ella Toon that started it, and Alessia Russo had that diving header succeeded in going in, that would have been an amazing second goal for her in as little as about 2 minutes. But we're just over 8.5 minutes in. It's still Austria 0, England 1. Greenwood with the ball now to take the throw. I think she gave a bit of a small smile to one of her teammates as Greenwood throws to Ella Toon. Now back to Greenwood. Williamson now with the ball, and she does well to pass to Marriott to stop Bila from nicking the ball. And it's still with England and with Greenwood, and it's now Kira Walsh. Walsh passes the ball up the wing to Millie Bright. England are showing that they have lost none of their touch that they displayed at the Euros. And it's Lucy Bronze to, I think that was Ella Toon, and it's now with Lauren Hemp. Hemp passing to Bronze. Bronze back towards Hemp. But Austria still able to defend that. But Austria able to defend that time. Williamson crossing on the side to Beth Mead, and the ball is now with Mead. She can't get round Zadrazil, and it's now with Lucy Bronze. Bright now with the ball, and she crosses to Alex Greenwood. She tries, and the ball was almost caught by Beth Mead, but Mead just couldn't get to the ball in time, and it was picked up very well by Manuela Zinsberger. And I'm actually getting a correction that Alessia Russo scored in the 7th minute. But now Austria are now in possession. But Austria are now in possession with the ball. Bila tries to go for. I think she gave Alex Greenwood a bit of a shove in the back there. Earps to Bright. Bright's now towards Greenwood, I should say, towards Bright. And now back towards Earps. Millie Bright. Passing to, I think that's Lucy Bronze. Bronze now towards Ella Toon. Now was aiming for Walsh. But Austria, surely this is a chance for them to equalise. And just off the post, on great efforts by Julia Hickelsberger-Fuller. That is the closest that Austria have come. That is the closest Austria have come to scoring all games so far. England, that looked almost goal-bound, although I think she might just have slipped up at the last moments. There was no physical contact between Hickelsberger and the England defenders. She just slipped up at the last minute, which was very unfortunate for her. as Bronze now has the, or should I say Walsh, passes the ball to Williamson, and it's now with Williamson, or I think it was actually Bryce who passed to Williamson. Now it's back with Walsh. Coming up to 12 minutes, it's still Austria 0, England 1, and you're listening to the commentary hub as Greenwood passes the ball to Ella Toon, who finds Beth Mead, but cut out by Laura Weinreuter, and it's a throw-in to England. Greenwood to take the throw for England, which she does, and it was picked up by Russo, but intercepted by Zadrazil, and it's still now with Austria, but she could only pass, Georgieva could only pass to Zinsberger. Manuela Zinsberger, a regular for Arsenal in the Women's Super League. And the ball is now with Weinreuter. Weinreuter trying to find someone like Bieler, but England were able to defend that one, and Hickelsberger passes to Zinsberger. The ball is now with Karina Veninger, the captain, in place of Victoria Schnaderbeck, don't forget. But the ball was intercepted by Greenwood, and it's Williamson for England. Williamson crossing to Lauren Hemp. Great ball control by the Manchester City forwards, but Alessia Russo couldn't get to the ball in time, and it'll be Zinsberger to pass the ball out of Austria's goal area. Austria, despite letting that earlier goal by England in, they're still proving to be very strong in defence. As I said at the top of the programme, they've only conceded one goal against England in their last two matches. As Zadrazil crossing to, I think that was, or was that an attempt on goal? It might well have been an attempt on goal, but the ball was caught by Earps, and England are back in play. Bronze now with the ball for England, and she passes to Earps. Earps passing the ball out to Bronze. Now it's with Williamson and Alex Greenwood. Alex Greenwood now with the ball for England. Tried to pass to Beth Mead, but could only pass back. And it's now with Ella Toon. Ella Toon had the ball briefly, but was cut out by Austria. And the ball is now with Weinreuter. Weinreuter to Veninger. But Veninger could only pass to Zinsberger. Austria still have the ball though, as and the ball is now with Freieringer, but it's offside. Offside has been, the ball has been declared offside against Austria. Was Feiersinger offside? Yes, she was. Just for a fraction of a second, she was offside. So bad luck for her. As Greenwood takes the ball back for England, she finds Beth Mead. Mead trying to hold off an attack by Weinreuter. I think Weinreuter pulled on her shirt a bit. And the ball is now with Millie Bright. England are potentially 75 minutes away from qualifying for next year's Women's World Cup. As the ball is now with Ella Toon for England, but was taken away by Weinreuter, and it's now with Feiersinger. Feiersinger to Barbara Dunst. To Barbara Dunst. Again, Barbara Dunst, one of the cogs in the machine for Austria, but superbly tackled by England, and Ella Toon, Stanway, I should say, trying to go for a long-range shot, but it's well over the crossbar. Should have been a bit closer, in my view. but she looks philosophical about it. Not too disappointed. Perhaps she's learnt to control her emotions since the Euros. And it will be Austria to clear the ball out of goal, which they do. In fact, the ball was actually passed to Zinsberger. So she clears the ball. So she clears the ball out now, and it's straight to Ella Toon and Beth Mead. Mead trying to hold off the advances of Weinreuther. She's really been a thorn in England's side so far, and Weinreuther almost tackles the ball, but England still managed to hold on. Or was it Hickelsberger? It was actually Hickelsberger that tried to tackle. And Hickelsberger almost lost her footing there, but or did a shove actually cause her to lose momentum? So, and I'm actually looking at stats saying that both England and Austria have committed one foul each. So it would have been a foul that sent Hickelsberger down to the ground, but no card given against either side so far. Veninger passing to I think that was Hickelsberger, and it's now Weinreuther. Weinreuther passes to passes back to Veninger. Veninger crossing forward to, I think that was Nicole Bieler. It was, but England still able to hold their ground. Beth Mead passing to Ella Toon. Now back to Mead. Now Toon again. Passing this time to Alex Greenwood, and now Mary Ertz has the ball. She passes to Millie Bright. Millie Bright looking for someone up front to pass it to, but straight away tackled by Verena Hanshaw for Austria. Hanshaw needs to find someone to cross to the goal. Almost picked up by Bieler, but tackled really well by England. And for a moment, I thought Austria I thought for a moment Austria could pull something out of the bag with a goal. They almost did just now, thanks to Hickelsberger, and a very unusual way to watch the game is the fact that one of the goal lenses is quite close to what looks like a log flume at a nearby water park, which you don't get at which you don't get at grounds in England. As we're just about 19.5 minutes in, it's still Austria 0, England 1, and Austria need to regroup and regroup fast if they are to get themselves back into this game, so as to delay England's chances of winning winning their group and qualifying for the Women's World Cup. There will be a throw-in to England to be taken by Lucy Bronze. Alessia Russo might have scored the earlier goal, but Mead and Stanway have come close to adding to the Lionesses' tally in recent minutes. Austria have had chances of their own as well, mainly through Hickelsberger, as Georgieva now has the ball, but was tackled from behind by, I think, Alex Greenwood. And will Greenwood go into the book, or was it Russo that tackled? It might well have been Russo, and I'm checking on the monitor, and indeed it was Alessia Russo who fouled Georgieva. So England have conceded a free kick to Austria. 21 minutes in, Austria 0, England 1. But will this free kick change all that? And it will be Barbara Dunst who will take the free kick. She composes herself, gets ready to aim and kick the ball from she's a few paces from the 18-yard box, so very, very close. She kicks the ball in towards the goal area, but headed away by England. And we almost lost the picture, but we've managed to get it back. And but England still showing superior defending. And will this be and it looks like it will be a goal kick to England as Russo calmly takes stock of the situation for what's happening, for what just happened. And that was the earlier goal. Beautiful tap in with her left foot, and I should also mention that's a lovely assist from Beth Mead's header, or was it Lauren Hemp? It was actually Hemp that assisted, and Alessia Russo just finished it off without too much of a problem. 22.5 minutes in now. It's still Austria 0, England 1, and it will be Hanshaw to throw for Austria, and well caught, but intercepted by England. Austria managed to take the ball back though, as Sarah Zadrazil passes to, I think that was a Hickelsberger. Hickelsberger was actually inside the goal area, or was it? So it might well have been Bieler, but Austria are just not giving up. Hanshaw to Sarah Zadrazil. Zadrazil now towards, I think that was Zadrazil. I think that was towards a Hickelsberger, and Zadrazil might have had a chance at scoring herself, but she just couldn't take that opportunity, and it's an England goal kick. Normally, in normal circumstances, you would expect England to be further ahead than they are now, but Austria have done really well to keep the goal distance minimal, and Hickelsberger almost took advantage of a slip up by England, but the Lionesses were able to pull things back. And Austria now going for another chance at goal, almost picked up by Weinreuter, but she couldn't do anything about it. And the score, and it still remains 1-0 to England. Williamson passed to Earps, and that was almost a foul up there, by the England captain. But the Lionesses were able to regain their composure, and it will be Earps to clear the ball out of goal, which she does. She passes to Lucy Bronze. Bronze now passing back to Earps. Now Bright. Now Kira Walsh with the ball for England. Loses it to Austria, and it's now with Hickelsberger. But England do really well to intercept. And it's now with Ella Toon straight towards Beth Mead. Now back to Leah Williamson, or was it Greenwood? I think it might well have been Greenwood. And Weinreuter almost fouled by Beth Mead, or did she go down herself? I think she might well have done. Either she went down by herself, or she slipped up on the grass. Throw-in taken by Greenwood, and it's now with Russo, but Austria trying to take the ball back, but Russo manages to regain things and loses it to Weinreuter. Weinreuter passing to Zinsberger, the Austrian goalkeeper. She passes the ball out to Veninger. Veninger passing back to Zinsberger. And the ball is now with Marina Georgieva, who loses the ball to England. And Georgia Stanway tries to take the ball back, but Austria almost have it. And it's now back with Bronze. Bronze towards, I think that's Lauren Hemp. Indeed, it is Hemp. And it's back now with Austria. And this time it's with Laura Feiersinger. Feiersinger to Hickelsberger. Greenwood tries to take the ball back, and she passed it to Stanway. And it's now with Mead. Mead towards Leah Williamson, and now Millie Bright. Now back to Williamson. That was a frenetic 90 or so seconds. But it's still not over yet as Williamson has taken the ball back, and it's now with Greenwood. Greenwood to Ella Toon. The Manchester United forward tried to find a way through but could not. So she had to pass back to Greenwood. And it's now with Bright, who crosses the ball forward to Beth Mead. Mead passing to, I think that was Ella Toon. Now it's back with Mead, but she loses it to, I think that was Fire Singer. And Austria doing really well to defend. Zadrazil to Veninger. Veninger now passing the ball back to Zinsberger, who passes again to Georgieva. Georgieva towards Zadrazil. England tried to tackle but failed to do so as Austria managed to hold on to the ball, and Nicole Bieler tries to go for it, but great defending by Millie Bright with about 18 minutes, 17 I should say, until half time, and it still remains Austria 0, England 1. I think that was an attack. My apologies, an attack on goal by Austria. Quite a lot of Austrian supporters in the stands today. The majority, the handful of England supporters will no doubt be happy with how things, with how the game is going for them. As Kira Walsh passes to Millie Bright up the wing. And it's now with, and the ball is now back with Lucy Bronze. Bronze tried to find Alessia Russo, and she has done. And Russo passing to Georgia Stanway, who has to pass back towards Bronze, and now Kira Walsh. Walsh crossing down the wing to Alex Greenwood. Now back towards Walsh and Williamson. Williamson back to Walsh. Now Williamson again, Greenwood, Williamson. Now back with Greenwood and Millie Bright. They're passing the ball around each other just to try and throw Austria off, or lure them into a false sense of security or something. But it's Bronze with Hemp, and the ball has now been taken back by Bronze. Bronze passes to Kira Walsh, now back towards Bronze. Walsh again, now Bronze. Bronze now passing it to Millie Bright, and it's now with Mary Earps, now back towards Bright. And Bright crossing the ball forward to, I think that's Lauren Hemp, or is it Beth Mead? No, it's Beth Mead. Mead tries to find a gap forward, but she can't do so. And Manuela Zinsberger has taken the ball back. 30 minutes in, Austria 0, England 1. If things stay as they are, England will qualify for the Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Austria still have the ball, but they almost lose it. But they almost lose it to England, and it'll be a throw in to the home side with Weinreuter to take the throw, which she does, and it's Weinreuter now with the ball for Austria, and straight to Karina Veninger. Veninger crossing the ball now to I think that was a Fire Singer, indeed it was, and it looks like it'll be a throw-in to England. Bronze gets ready to take the throw in for the Lionesses. She throws, the ball's headed away by Fire Singer, but England are still able to hold on until it went out for another Austria throw. The ball is now back with Austria, and it's Veninger now with the ball for Austria, and it's now gone straight to Georgieva. Georgieva back now with Austria again. Headed away by Greenwood, who tried to intercept, but nothing doing, and it'll be an Austria throw-in. Weinreuter to take the throw. Weinreuter to take the throw for them, and it's now with Sarah Zadrazil. Zadrazil almost loses the ball to Williamson. A nasty shove on the back by Weinreuter on Hemp. But it's amazing that Hemp didn't go down. Throw-in quickly taken again by Austria. And it looked like it was almost an Austria goal, but Mary Earp's reflexes did really well to halt that. And the ball is still with England, and it's now with Bronze passing to Stanway, and Stanway tried to just about hold off the advances of an Austrian forward, and it's now with Lauren Hemp passing to Alessia Beth Mead, I should say, but Greenwood now has the ball, and for a moment I thought England were going to find a way to make it too, but Austria, once again, great defending from them, and it's Williamson now with the ball. She passes down the wing to Greenwood, and once again it's with Alatoon, but it's cut out by Weinreuter, and it'll be a throw into England to be taken by Greenwood. She throws to Williamson, who now finds Millie Bright, now back towards Williamson, and now Millie Bright passing up the field, I should say, to Lucy Bronze. Bronze has to think fast. She passes to Walsh. Now back with Williamson. Williamson now running up the field. She tried to pass forward to, I think that was to me, but she can only go as far as Greenwood. Alatoon and Lauren Hemp, but was almost taken by Hickelsberger, and I think that was a foul on her by Alex Greenwood. And so the referee going over to speak to Alex Greenwood by the looks of it. So I think she's giving her more or less a verbal warning. Greenwood appears to be listening to her. Rare thing indeed for a player to be listening to a referee, as it's an indirect free kick to Austria. And the free kick quickly taken, but England do well to take the ball off them. And it's now Greenwood to Williamson, and now straight to, I think that's Lucy Bronze. No, Kira Walsh. Walsh passing to Bright. Now it's with Williamson. Williamson this time passing to Alatoon. Alatoon straight now towards Lauren Hemp. Hemp tries to hold on to the ball but couldn't, lose it to Weinreuter. And Austria again showing strong defending, and Hickelsberger almost had it for Austria, but it went out of play, and it was an England throw-in, and England are back in control of the ball now. In terms of ball possession, I'd have to say it's about 60-40 in England's favour, as Walsh tries to take the ball back but loses it to Austria, and it's now with Lauren Hemp. Less than 10 minutes to go until half time. Williamson to Greenwood, now straight to Millie Bright. Bright passing the ball up the field, crossing up the field, I should say, but loses it to Hickelsberger. Hickelsberger now with the ball for Austria, tries to go around Greenwood but couldn't, as Greenwood did really well to clear away what could well have been a setup for a shot at goal. Hickelsberger has really shown Hickelsberger has really shown herself out there, and it's actually Puntigam and I think I might have actually missed an Austrian player about it. It's Sarah Puntigam, the regular at Montpellier, who was included in the starting lineup. So apologies for missing her out. And it's Lauren Hemp now with the ball for England. She passes to Greenwood, back towards Walsh now. Williamson crossing forward to, I think that was Beth Mead, and a foul on Russo, I should say, by Karina Veninger. Just a nasty elbow in the back. That was just rude, in my opinion. And surely Veninger is going to go in the book, but no, she doesn't. I'm amazed that the referee didn't give her a yellow card. As Bronze now has the ball for England, straight now to Williamson, and she's passed to Greenwood. Now Ella Toon passing to Leah Williamson. Now back towards Ella Toon. Toon crossing the ball forward, was aiming for Lauren Hemp, but she was too far behind, and it will be an Austria throw with just under 6 minutes to go until half time. It still remains Austria 0, England 1, and the ball was aiming for Hickelsberger, but cleared away by Lauren Hemp. So it'll be another throw-in to Austria as Weinreuter throws to Puntigam, but Austria concede a throw-in to England. It'll be Alex Greenwood to take the throw-in for the Lionesses. He's looking for someone to throw it to. She finds Ella Toon, who passes quickly to Leah Williamson, crossing up the wing to Millie Bright, and straight now to I think that might have been Walsh. Austria looked like they're about to attack, but England hold firm. It's Walsh to Bronze. Bronze does really well to hold on to the ball. She passes to I think that was Millie Bright, and it's now back with Walsh. Straight to I think that was Greenwood. Now Millie Bright. Williamson to Greenwood again. Greenwood now in control with the ball. She passes to Ella Toon. Now back towards Greenwood. Greenwood fouled by Zadrazil. Chance for a foul, but the referee is saying play on. As Bronze now passes to Georgia Stanway. Stanway has to pass back to Bronze, and it's now with Walsh. Walsh under pressure from Puntigam, and it's now back with Georgia Stanway. Stanway passing again to Bronze, and it's now with Walsh. And we now have 5 minutes to go until half time, although expect at least 1 or 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. Austria have regained control of the ball through Weinreuter and Feiersinger. It's now, but England have taken the ball back, and it's with Bronze. Bronze to Millie Bright. Bright passes to Walsh. And the ball is now with Mary Earps, and now she passes to Millie Bright. Bright again to Lucy Bronze. Bronze tries to cross towards Russo, but the ball was conceded to Austria, and and it'll be an England throw-in again. Lucy Bronze to take the throw for England, which she does. Headed clear by Austria, and it's now with but it's now back with England. Bright passing to Russo, and almost caught again by I think that was Stanway, but but England still managed to regain control. It's Greenwood finds Lauren Hemp. Hemp does well to hold on to the ball. She has to find a way to pass it to someone. She does to Greenwood, and it's now with that Ella 2. Now back towards Lauren Hemp. Hemp back to 2. Austria still doing really well defensively, but England have been getting closer and closer to scoring their second goal, in my opinion. And it's now back with Greenwood. Greenwood to Ella Toon. Now back towards Greenwood, but Greenwood almost loses it to Nicole Bieler. Ball caught by Walsh, and Bieler fouls Walsh. A foul by Nicole Bieler on Kira Walsh. Walsh goes over to the referee to explain her side of the story. And it looks as though it will be a free kick to England. But we'll await the final decision shortly. In fact, it was actually just taken by England, but it was given away to Austria as Austria now have the ball. It was almost caught by a Feiersinger, but it's a throw into England. Bronze with the throw towards Kira Walsh. Now it's with Alex Greenwood. Greenwood was a substitute player regularly during the Women's Euros, as indeed were a majority of the starting players. So I'd say they're doing really well in the starting lineup, as Georgia Stanway had control of the ball briefly. Pass towards Lucy Bronze. The ball is now inside the 18-yard box, almost picked up by Russo, and one of the players has been fouled. I think that might have been Beth Mead. No penalty, says the referee. But that foul was just within. That foul was just within the 6-yard. But did Russo accidentally foul her teammate? I think she may have done. But it's conceded a corner to England with a minute to go. That is going to be interesting, and it will be Greenwood to take the corner for the Lionesses. Can England score their second goal from this corner? We shall see. Williamson and Russo take up their positions. Bieler and Puntigam get ready to thwart their attempt, as Greenwood kicks the ball in towards the goal area. It's almost headed in by Millie Bright. She just missed the ball by inches. And it's now with Kira Walsh. Walsh towards Williamson. Now Ella Toon. We're less than 15 seconds away from the full 45 minutes. It's now Lucy Bronze to Millie Bright. And it's now with Williamson, who passes to Lauren Hemp. We're now into the 45th minute. Surely the whistle will only be moments away, but a minute has been added on, and it's still England in possession, and the ball is now almost about to be caught by Ella Toon, but Georgieva does really well to halt her attempts. And it looks as though it will be a England throw-in, and indeed it is. Bronze takes the throw for England, and where is the ball? It's actually just outside the. It was actually just outside the 18-yard box, but Austria did really well to counter that England attack. Throw-in taken by Austria straight towards Puntigam, but England take it back. And surely now the whistle will go for half-time anytime soon. And there it goes. It's half-time at the Stadion Wiener Neustadt. England came out of the blocks within 6 minutes to take the lead, but they couldn't. But so far they haven't been able. But since then they haven't been able to get through the Austrian defence. They only need a point to qualify for the Women's World Cup. They're going the right way about it, but will but surely more goals aren't out of the question. Half-time score, England. Half-time score, Austria 0, England 1. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Austria against England in the Women's World Cup qualifying match at the Stadion Wiener Neustadt. Or should that be Wiener Neustadt? Because Wien in the German-Austrian languages means Vienna. As England came straight out of the traps within the first 5 or 6 minutes to take the lead against Austria, but Austria have shown really strong defending throughout this game. Remember, England only need a point in order to qualify for the next year's Women's World Cup. Austria are at least guaranteed a place in the playoffs. So England so it'll be Austria to kick us off for the start of the. So it'll be Austria to kick us off for the second half. England are 45 minutes away from potential qualification as the referee blows the whistle, and away we go for the second half between Austria and England. Austria are going from right to left this time, England from left to right, and Austria straight into it, but not for long though, as England try to regain control. Austria is still able to regain composure, and it's back now with Bright for England. She passes to Lucy Bronze, but only sends the ball out of play, and the throw-in quickly taken by Austria, and it's now with Verena Hanshaw. Hanshaw almost loses the ball to Alex Greenwood, but Greenwood was able to send the ball away for another Austria throw, as Hanshaw now has control of the ball, loses it, was about to lose it to Leah Williamson, but Marriott was quick to send that one out. So rolls to Williamson, and Austria almost had an opportunity to equalise against England through Hickelsberger. But once again, Marriott rose to the challenge. How close was that to an equalising goal? And that almost could have been, and that was really, really close. Earps just tackled her from behind, tried to go after the ball, and had the ball been a few inches the other side of the net, that would have been Austria's equaliser. But now England have a chance to extend their lead, but they can't get through Austria's defence at the moment. It's now Kira Walsh, and she passes to Williamson. It's now back, and it's now with Millie Bright. Bright towards Lucy Bronze, but Bronze concedes the ball to Barbara Dunst. And Lucy Bronze gets ready to throw the ball now to, I think that was Leah Williamson. Now it's Beth, well held by Vina Hanshaw. And Austria once again showing very strong defending, and it will be a long range throw by Lucy Bronze. She throws to Georgia Stanway. Stanway does really well to hold on to the ball, but tackled from behind by Laura Feiersinger. I think Feiersinger might have pulled her shirt from behind, but so the score still remains Austria 0, England 1, after just about 3 minutes of the second half. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub. We're also on the Commentary Hub too, JB Sports, Storm FM, and we're also on our Twitch channel. Goal kick quickly taken by Austria, given away now to England, and the ball is with Alessia Russo. Russo passing the ball towards Lauren Hemp. Hemp tries to set up an opportunity for goal, but concedes the ball to Beth Mead. Now Mead towards Lucy Bronze. Bronze tries to go for it, but saved easily by Zietsberger. That was really, really close for England. Unlucky for Bronze to have that ball saved. That looked goal-bound in my view. She did everything right, but it was just not to be that time. And it's Barbara Dunst with the ball for Austria, but Dunst loses the ball, very annoyed with herself. And Lucy Bronze gets ready to take the throw in for England. Who is she going to throw it to? She throws to Alessia Russo, who finds Beth Mead. Mead now finds Ella Toon. Ella Toon almost sends the ball in. It was just wide off the post. I think it just grazed the side post. So unlucky for Ella Toon not to make it two for England. She did so well for the Lionesses as a substitute during the Women's Euros. Hasn't scored, scored one of the two goals that helped England win the Women's Euros, but so far hasn't been able to do anything here. Puntigam towards Hickelberger, but Hickelberger loses the ball to England, and it's now with Lucy Bronze. Bronze to Beth Mead. Mead now looking for someone. Mead trying to pass up front to Russo, but well held by Austria, and it's now Freya Singer for the home side towards Zadrazil and Benninger, but England are able to take the ball back through Williamson. Nicole Bieler is hunting her down, and Williamson does well to pass to Greenwood, and the ball is now with Lauren Hemp, who passes to Ella Toon. Now back towards Hemp. Hemp crossing the ball forward to Beth Mead, and it's now with Georgia Stanway, saved by Zinsberger, and Kira Walsh has the ball briefly, but she passed to Lucy Bronze. England are still hungry for that second goal, and Russo tried to grab hold of the ball, but well defended by Benninger. Again, England are showing that they are getting closer and closer to scoring that second goal. Lucy Bronze couldn't do it. Georgia Stanway couldn't do it. Will it be third time lucky for them as the second half goes on? And England still look like they want to add another. Russo tries to hold on to the ball, but well tackled by Feiersinger. And Russo down on the ground. I think Feiersinger fouled her. And Bethany comes over to her to check on her just to see if she's okay. I hope she is. That did look quite rough. I think she was meeting the sandwich between Feiersinger and Puntigam. Did Puntigam have a hand in this as well? It sort of looked like it, and it's a free kick to England, and it looks like it will be Alex Greenwood who will take the free kick for England. Yes, indeed it is. She stands far back from the 18-yard box. In fact, she could well be very close to the centre line. She kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box, almost headed clear by Hickelberger. Austria again showing really strong defensive skills, but Walsh now passing to Leah Williamson. Williamson, the ball's now in the 18-yard box towards Russo. Nicked by Manuela Zinsberger. And this was the earlier attempt by Georgia Stanway tried, and it looked like Stanway was about to send the ball in. Irina Furman standing and watching intently on the touchline. Doesn't look like she'll be right. Doesn't look like she'll have much to write home about, apart from Austria's defensive skills. Even though it doesn't look like it will lead them to victory. Bronze towards Millie Bright. Now Kira Walsh, almost sandwiched by Bieler and Feiersinger. Bronze now with the ball again for England. She passes to Georgia Stanway, almost closed down by Hanshaw. Straight now towards Ella Toon. Toon has found Lauren Hemp, now straight to now back towards Ella Toon. It looked like Beth Mead or Hemp, I should say, with the chance of the ball, and Hemp has been fouled. but the referee says play on, and Lucy Bronze has now picked up control, and the ball is with Georgia Stanway. Straight was aiming for Alatoon, but quickly taken by Zadrazil. England are still not giving up in going for a second goal, and it's a throw-in to the Lionesses to be taken by Greenwood. 54.5 minutes in, it's still Austria 0, England 1. Puntigam now with the ball for Austria, but she's given it to Firesinger. Loses it to England though. Stanway for the second, just wide. She might have missed that time, but I can feel it. But I can feel that a second England goal isn't too far away, as Zinsberger gets ready to kick the ball out of the goal, which she does, but she gives the ball away back to England, and it's Beth Mead now with the ball for England, and it's straight to Bronze and Russo and Ella Toon, saved once again by Zinsberger, and it still remains 1-0 to England. Serena Wigman watching intently from the touchline. Hasn't been very animated much, as England still regain control of the ball. It's Hemp was aiming for a Stanway, but loses the ball to Austria, and the ball has been caught once again by Zinsberger. Zinsberger clears the ball out of goal, and it's now with Barbara Dunst towards Millie Bright, and now Alex Greenwood. Greenwood passing back towards Bright, I should say. Cleared away by Zinsberger towards Zadrazil, but tackled by Greenwood. Hickelsberger tries to tackle back in retaliation, but it's only given a throw-in to England, as Greenwood gets ready to throw, which she does, but she sadly gives the ball away to Austria, and it's now with Manuela Zinsberger. Zinsberger passes the ball out of goal towards Georgieva, and headed away by Bright, but England couldn't regain control of the ball that time. Throwing conceded though, and it'll be Lucy Bronze to take the throw for England. She throws to Beth Mead, but given away to Firesinger. It was actually Russo, but Austria do well to take the ball back, and it's now with Stanway. Loses it to Dunst, and it's now Firesinger, and now with Dunst again, straight back to Zinsberger. Zinsberger now towards the captain, Veninger. Veninger now with the ball. She passes up the field, I should say, to, I think that was Nicole Bieler, but Lucy Bronze saves it for England, almost tackled by Dunst. And a throw-in quickly taken, and a throw-in to be taken very quickly by England. It'll be Bronze to take the throw. Millie Bright, she's been a crucial cog in the machine, in the defensive machine for England. As has Bronze, who takes the throw towards Russo, headed away by Toon towards Russo again. Russo passing to Georgia Stanway, and she has now found Lauren Hemp. Hemp passing back to Kira Walsh. Walsh has now found Beth Mead, now with Ella Toon. Now straight back to Mead. Mead looking to find a way through, and straight in there. Is it the second for England? No, it isn't. It's just saved by Manuela Zinsberg. It was actually Russo who came really close to making it two for England. Good setup by Beth Mead, and the header by Russo almost completed the job. but it was not to. But it wasn't to be for England that time. 59 minutes in, it's still Austria 0, England 1, and it's Hickelberger now with the ball, and she sent it out of play, and it looks like it will be a throw-in to England. But Austria take the ball back. But England are quick to take it back. It's with Russo, but Russo concedes to Weinreuter, and Weinreuter tries to cross towards, I think that was Bieler, but again, good defending by England, and a shot on goal by Feiersinger, and saved by Mary Earps. Great. Superb shot by Feiersinger, but Earps showed really good showed really good goalkeeping skills. She was so good for England during the Women's Euros, has barely conceded a goal, but will her luck hold as Austria get ready to take the corner with Verena Hanshaw. Hanshaw kicks the ball into the goal area, and England do really well to defend, and once again saved by Mary Earps. Serena Wigman was right to choose her as England's number one, and it has shown. This was the earlier save by her, and I just cannot heap enough praise on her. As Austria are back in play with the ball, it's Feiersinger, but she concedes the ball to Walsh. It's now with Lucy Bronze. Bronze almost tugged from behind by Feiersinger, and I think that's a foul by Feiersinger, but for pulling her shirt. Nothing given against her though, and it will be a free kick to England. Meantime, a couple of substitutes again ready to come on for England. Beth Mead is going to make way for Nikita Parris. Nikita Parris sprints onto the pitch, and that will be her 68th appearance for England. And off goes Alessia Russo, who scored in the first half to make way for Beth England. And England comes onto the pitch. This is her 20th appearance. She's only scored 9 goals. As a Bronze now has the ball, she passed to Georgia Stanway. Now back towards Bronze and Millie Bright. Now the ball is straight with Mary Earps again. It's now with Williamson. Back towards Earps. England have less than 30 minutes in order to secure a qualification place for next year's Women's World Cup. They're doing enough to go through anyway, but surely another goal will make the whole thing even sweeter. As Millie Bright now passes to Paris, who finds Georgia Stanway, and fouled by Sarah Puntigam. Puntigam's foul on Stanway was completely unnecessary. That looked like an elbow to the face, and Stanway quick to get up, which is good to see. Nothing given against Puntigam. I think she should have been given a yellow card, but it's now Lauren Hemp for England, cut out by Veninger, and it will be a throw-in to England. Throw-in quickly taken. It's now with Williamson. Williamson passing to Bright, and it was almost picked up by Georgia Stanway. Beth England looked like she wanted a piece of the action as well, and it's now with Greenwood to, I think that's Lauren Hemp, and it's now with Ella Toone. Ella Toone passes back now to Greenwood, and it's now with Kira Walsh. Walsh has found Georgia Stanway, straight now to, I think that's Lauren Hemp, and that looked like it was a setup for a shot at goal, but Zinsberger was easily able to save. Was easily able to save that one. 64 minutes in, it's still Austria 0, England 1. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones, as England now try to set themselves up for another attempt, but Austria defend that time. But the ball is now with Nikita Paris. Nikita Paris tries to find Beth England, but cut out by I think that was Georgieva. And England have taken England take the ball back, and it's now with Lucy Bronze. Bronze to Kira Walsh, and was aiming for Georgia Stanway, but cut out by one of the Austria defenders, and it's now with Barbara Dunst. Dunst passes to Zadrazil, but well intercepted by Ella Toon, who passes to Millie Bryce, and it's now with Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh now with the ball for England, and she passes to Lucy Bronze. Bronze now passing it to Millie Bright, and the ball is now gone to I think that was Beth England. Indeed, it is Beth England. She tries to find Nikita Paris, but it's only conceded as an Austria throw-in, and it looks like one of the substitutes for Austria is sort of warming herself up and getting ready to come on. So it will be an England throw to be taken by Bronze, and she throws to Millie Bright. Now back towards Bronze, and Bright again. Millie Bright passing up the field to Leah Williamson, and it's now with Alex Greenwood. Greenwood now passing to Kira Walsh. Walsh crossing forward to Lucy Bronze. Bronze now passing to Georgia Stanway, and it's now with Ella Toon. Toon has found Lauren Hemp. Hemp passes the ball back to Greenwood, and was aiming for Beth England, but Stanway gets to the ball first. It's now with Lucy Bronze. Bronze just outside the 18-yard box. She passes to Kira Walsh. Now back towards Lucy Bronze. Now Kira Walsh again. Walsh now with the ball for England. She finds a gap straight to Georgia Stanway. Stanway concedes the ball to Georgieva, but England quickly take the ball back, and it's now with Stanway. Stanway towards Ella Toon. Now Lauren Hebb, but saved by Austria, and England need to regroup fast. That was a very tense 90 or so seconds, but it's not over yet, as Veninger managed to halt an attempt on goal by, I think that was Lauren Hemp. Zinsberger takes a refreshing drink. I think she needed that after all that running around inside the goal area. So a corner has been given to England, and it looks to me as though it will be Stanway to take the corner for England. And as she raises her arms to the signal that she's ready, she takes a few paces back. She's psyching herself up. She runs up, kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box, tries to get to Bright, but Bright conceded the ball to Tafaya Singer of Austria. 22 minutes left now on the clock, and it will be an Austria substitute as Julia Hickelsberger. She has been really good for Austria throughout this game, has been a real thorn in the side for England as she makes way for Katharina Narsenvang. Narsenvang plays for Hoffenheim in the Frauen Bundesliga, and this will be her 34th appearance for Austria, as a goal kick is about to be taken by Austria, which it is, and it was straight to Sarah Zadrazil, but not for long now, as England now the chance to go for two with Nikita Paris, and it's two for England. It's Nikita Paris's 16th as an England international. The England supporters who are in attendance are very pleased with this. Nikita Paris gets the hugs from her teammates, well deserved, and surely this will be the goal that sends England through to the Women's World Cup. Great teamwork between Stanway and Paris. Stanway set the ball up, and Paris just took a chance with her right foot and straight into the top left corner. And England are now 2-0 up. You have to say that Nikita Paris, who hasn't been featured very. You have to say that this is a really good chance for Nikita Paris to show what she's made of. She hasn't featured very much for the Lionesses in recent times, but that goal has showed that she can still mix it with the best. And that was an earlier just missed an earlier attempt on goal by Austria. I think that was that might have been by the substitutes, Narschenbang. Goal kick quickly taken by England. But she gives it, but it's been given away to Hanshaw. Hanshaw takes the throw to I think that was Hyacinga, and the ball is now with Karina Veninger, and Veninger passing the ball around to I think that was Greenwood. Greenwood now finds Ella Toon under pressure from Zadrazil, but England are still able to hold on to the ball, and the ball is now with Earps, who passes to Millie Brighton. The ball has now found Nikita Paris. The Paris trying to hold off Narschenbang, but loses the ball to Austria, but Austria concede the ball back to England. Stanway to Kira Walsh, and it's now with I think that's Lauren Hemp. It is Lauren Hemp, and it's Hemp has found Ella Toon, loses the ball to Barbara Dunst, and the ball has got, and it's out of play once more for I think that will be either a goal kick or an Austria corner. We'll just have to see, and it's a goal kick to be taken by Austria. 72 minutes gone. Austria 0, England 2 is now the score. And you are listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones, as Hyacinga takes the ball for Austria. She tries to pass to Weinreuter, but Dunst gets there before she does. Dunst passes to Weinreuter, and it's now with Puntigam. Puntigam passing back towards Weinreuter, but it's a throw into England. England will be taking the throw in, and Irina Furman knows that, and Irina Furman now knows that Austria are likely to be defeated again by England, as Hanshaw gives the ball away to Lucy Bronze. Bronze passing now to Nikita Paris. Paris finds Georgia Stanway, but cut out by Marina Georgieva, as it'll be a throw-in to England as Bronze throws, and almost losing the ball to Narschenbang. In fact, actually now fouled by Narschenbang. A foul, but quickly back up on her feet. Beth England had a brief touch of the ball, but it's been given away to Narschenbang of Austria, and the ball is about to be picked up by Weinreuter, or is it? Weinreuter just misses the ball, and it looks like it will be a it will be a throw-in to England. No further substitutions have been made as of yet, although the Austrian fans were applauding Weinreuter's earlier attempt to hold off England, as Beth England now has the ball for the Lioness. Is straight now to Millie Bright, who passes to Lucy Bronze, but the ball has been but the ball was conceded, and it will be an Austria throw-in to be taken by Verena Hanshaw. Hanshaw throws to Firesinger, but conceded again for an England throw-in to Stanway. Toon now to Lucy Bronze. Bronze passing it to Nikita Paris. Nikita Paris cut out by Marina Georgieva. We have 15 minutes on the clock. We now have 15 minutes on the clock, and it will be an England corner. England get ready to take the corner. And it looks to me as though it'll be somebody in midfield. Yes, indeed it is. Lauren Hemp takes the corner straight towards. I think that was Georgia Stanway. Yes, indeed it was. But Austria do really well to defend, as Nicole Bieler passing, or should I say, conceding the ball to Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh now with the ball. And she's now passed to Mary Earps. Now Alex Greenwood back towards Millie Bright, and Millie Bright has now passed to Kira Walsh and Millie Bright, and it's now back with Lucy Bronze. Bronze towards Bright. Now Walsh again. Now pass back out towards Earps and Alex Greenwood, and the ball is now with Ella Toon. Ella Toon has passed again to Alex Greenwood. Now back to Toon and Beth England, and it's now gone back towards Kira Walsh. Walsh has found Nikita Paris again. Can Paris make it three? No! And the disappointment on her face shows. She throws her hands down. She throws her hands about, clearly angry. That was just so close. Or in fact, was she cut out by one or two of the Austrian players? I think she was. I think Veniger might have cut her out, and it will be a goal kick to Austria. Zinsberger with the ball, and she gets ready to clear the ball out. She gets ready to clear the ball out. England now 13 minutes away, just under 13 minutes away from securing a place in next year's Women's World Cup. They only needed a point. They only needed a point to do it, but they're doing more than enough here. As it will be Verena Hanshaw to take the throw-in for Austria. Hanshaw looks to find someone to throw it to, but almost losing the ball to Lucy Bronze, and it will be taken this time by Nicole Bieler, or actually it will be Hanshaw to rethrow, which she does, and almost giving it to the ball's almost caught by Millie Bright. An England substitute is about to be made, and it will be Ella Toon who will be coming, and Ella Toon will be coming up on the field as she makes way for Lauren James. Lauren James makes her England debut by coming onto the pitch. A regular at Chelsea. She is the younger sister of Chelsea's Reece James, and Leah Williamson is coming off the field as well, and she makes way for Jess Carter, and she makes way for another Chelsea player, Jess Carter, and Austria have made a substitution, as well as Nicole Bieler makes way for Katja Weinerreuter, and the ball is now with Veninger passing to Zinsberger, who clears it out but concedes the ball to England, and it's Verena Hanshaw for Austria. She passes to Weinerreuter, but again superb defensive skill, but again superb defending by England, and of course credit must also go to Mary Earps. Or was it actually offside? I think it might have actually been an offside infringement, but I couldn't see if anyone was offside, as Millie Bright now has the ball for England with 10 minutes to go now, and Stanway now has the ball for England. She passes to Georgia Stanway, now back towards now it's with Lucy Bronze passing to Millie Bright, who has now taken the captain's armband in place of Leah Williamson, and it's now Georgia Stanway with the ball for England. She passes to Lauren James, but James was quickly halted. Imagine what it would be if she had. Imagine what it would have been like if she had scored on her debut, but she's got just under 10.5 minutes. She's got just under 9.5 minutes to contribute to that, But as I said earlier, England are doing more than enough to qualify, and it will be a goal kick to Austria. It looked like England were just about ready to take another goal. The sun is now starting to. The clouds are gathering over. It looks like it's starting to get dark at the Stadion Wiener Neustadt. The spotlights are beginning to come on, and the ball is now with Austria. It's with Barbara Dunst, but Dunst gives it away to Lucy Bronze, and it's now with it was with Nikita Paris briefly, and it's gone straight, and the ball is now with Lauren James. James passes to Lauren Hemp. Hemp has the ball. She passes again to Walsh. Now it's with Jess Carter. Carter now towards Millie Bright. Bright has now found James, but James concedes the ball to Austria, and it's now with Nicole Bieler straight now towards Feiersinger. Feiersinger to I think that was Georgieva, but poorly conceded. But it's been poorly conceded by Australia. It's a throw in to England to be taken by Georgia Stanway. Stanway actually took the ball off away from Stanway actually took advantage of a Bronze throw in, and it's now with Lauren Hemp. Tries to go around Laura Weinreuter, but passing it to Lauren James. James tackled by Weinreuter, and that was great bit of persistence by James, and an equally good halt of attack by Weinreuter. And it's a goal kick to Austria, and with just about 7 minutes left, all England have to do now is just hold on to their lead, and they're doing just that, as Feiersinger passing to Zadrazil. And it looks like it will be a free kick to Austria, which it is, as Sarah Puntigam takes the ball for Austria, but she's passed to Georgieva. Georgieva now towards Veninger. Veninger now with the ball, but it's been conceded as a throw-in to England, and another England substitute is about to be made, and it will be Rachel Daly to come on in place of Lucy Bronze. Daly sprints onto the pitch, and she has been a vital cog in the machine for England, not just in the Women's World Cup, but she was also superb for them during the Women's Euros, as Mary Earps picks up the ball after what looked to be an attack from Austria. Daly heads the ball away, but she gives it to Hanshaw. England take the ball back, and it was aimed for Beth England, but quickly dealt with by Zinsberger. The ball has now almost gone back towards England. In fact, it has. Stanway concedes the ball to Puntigam. Lauren James takes the ball and does well to hold on to it. She passes to Stanway. Now it's with Kira Walsh. Walsh passes to Rachel Daly. Daly has found Nikita Paris, and Paris passes back towards Daly. Daly trying to hold off the advantage of Firesinger. She does so by passing to Paris. Now it's back towards Daly. Daly passes down the field to Millie Bright, and it's now with Kira Walsh back towards Bright. It still remains Austria 0, England 2, with less than 5 minutes to go, as Rachel Daly passes to Nikita Paris. Daly manages to regain, still has control of the ball. It's now with Nikita Paris. She throws to Alex Greenwood. Now it's back with Rachel Daly. Daly passing to Millie Bright. Now back towards Walsh. Now back towards Bright, and it's now with Jess Carter. Carter passing at the ball around. It's now gone back to Millie Bright. It's now found Nikita Paris. Paris towards Walsh, and Walsh has found Lauren James, who slips up and concedes the ball to Austria. And if the ball is now with Barbara Dunst, can Dunst at least get a consolation goal for Austria? No, as Walsh has taken the ball back, and it's now with Alex Greenwood. Alex Greenwood passing to Lauren James, who has found Jess Carter, and she passes back to Mary Earps. Earps towards Millie Bright and Kira Walsh, and the ball is now found Jess Carter. Straight now to Alex Greenwood that time. A couple of Austrian players look like they're going to come on as substitutes. As Carter now passes to Lauren James, but she passes back to Millie Bright, and it's now Jess Carter again. Straight now to Alex Greenwood, who finds Beth England, but England was pushed aside by Puntigam, and it looks like it will be Lisa Cole who will be coming on as a substitute, and the other player I could just about see was Marie Herbinge, as the Herbinge gets ready to come on, and off will go Laura Freisinger and Barbara Dunst, who made way for Lisa Cole. Herbinger sprints onto the pitch. It's a throw-in to England, and it will be taken by Greenwood or Daly. Straight now towards Beth England, and it's now with Millie Bright. 2 minutes to go now for England in order for them to qualify for next year's Women's World Cup. Like I say, they are doing more than enough by being two goals up. They only needed a point, and Austria, it seems, can do nothing to stop their prowess. They didn't put in as many goals as I would have thought that they would, but to actually score 2 goals against Austria, a side they've had trouble trying to break through, but side that have had trouble trying to break through more than once. That is really superb for them. As Greenwood passes to Jess Carter. Carter now passing back to Greenwood, and it's now with Millie Bright. Bright to Rachel Daly. We're into the penultimate minute now as Georgia Stanway now has the ball for England. She passes to Lauren James. James towards Nikita Paris. Is this going to be 3? No. As Zinsberger picks the ball up fairly easily. And it's now with Verena Hanshaw. Hanshaw now with the ball for Austria. She crosses up front, but is saved by Mary Ertz. I think she was aiming for Katja Weinerreuter, but Ertz does really well to save that one. And it's difficult to decide who my player of the match is going to be. Ertz clears the ball out of goal, and Rachel Daly now has the ball. She passes to Nikita Paris. We're into the 90th minute. It's a question now of how many minutes are to be added on as Stanway tries to go around, and 3 minutes have been added on, and it looks and Austria tried to hold off England's attacks, but not to be that time, as the ball is now with Beth England, but given away to Veninger, and I think Lauren Hemp just ran into her. I think her shoulder must have knocked her sideways. So, but what will it be? And it will be, and a corner has been given to England. I think Veninger's foot must have sent the ball out of play, and which is what has given the corner to England. It will be Stanway to take the corner kick. It'll be Stanway to take the corner for England. She raises her arms, the signal that she's ready. She's taken a few steps back, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but well held by Austria. And it's now Jess Carter with the ball. She passes straight up front to Georgia Stanway. Stanway passes the ball down to Lauren James. Straight now to Millie Bright. And the ball is now with Alex Greenwood. Greenwood now chips the ball over to Lauren James, but is easily saved, but is easily picked up by Laura Weinreuter. And the ball has been picked up by Katja Weinerreuter now, and it's now with Sarah Zadrazil. Zadrazil to Firesinger. Firesinger to I think that was. Yes, it was Firesinger, and it will be a throw-in to be taken by Laura Weinreuter. Weinreuter with the ball for Austria. Hemp tries to tackle the ball for England, but only succeeds in fouling her. 30 seconds to go now for England to qualify for the Women's World Cup, and because of how persistent she's been all game, even though her side didn't, because she's been persistent all game, I'm going to have to give my player of the match to Laura Weinreuter of Austria. She proved a real thorn in England's side, not taking anything away from Paris and Russo, but because of how she played. My player of the match is most certainly Laura Weinreuter, although Mary Ertz came a close second. And just as I was saying that, it was Georgieva who looked like she was going to go for a consolation goal for Austria, but easily saved by Mary Ertz. And the final whistle has gone, and England have qualified for the Women's World Cup 2023. They have just dominated. They have just dominated their group have barely conceded. They've just dominated their group. Have barely conceded any goals. I think they only barely conceded any goals. I think they only conceded one. But the Serena Wiegmann juggernaut just keeps rolling on, and it seems that under her, England can do no wrong. Austria have missed the chance to reduce the deficit. They will at least have a playoff position guaranteed. They can be pleased with their second. They can be pleased with their second place performances, but the main result is England's victory ensures that they qualify for the Women's World Cup. They cannot be caught, and surely their next game against Luxembourg on Tuesday will be just a formality. And a nation can celebrate early with that performance against Austria. They beat them in their earlier Women's World Cup qualifying game all the way back in November. They beat them at the Women's Euros, and they've beaten them here today at the Stadion Wiener Neustadt. The final score is Austria 0, England 2. I've been Nicholas Jones. I've been Nicholas Jones, and the Lionesses just keep on roaring. That's all from me. Goodbye for now.